Hey, what's going on, everybody? Coach Halon back with another video. Today, this video is going to be my first ever weapons tier list for you guys. Wanted to make that, kind of let you know what my thoughts are on all the weapons in Apex. I know I got the Versus series that comes out featuring all the weapons from the same categories. I pit them against each other to see which one I believe is the more effective version of that category of weapon. But today, I wanted to put all of them in a tier list, kind of see and show you guys what my thoughts were. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So I'll be doing this basically the same way I did my last Legends ranking video, kind of very similar. Already got all the weapons placed where I think they are, and I'll just briefly go over why I put them in those positions for you guys. So let's start off S tier. I know a lot of you are probably looking at me very confused right now, wondering why I don't have the Scout, Triple Take, and maybe the Kraber up there, and some might even be arguing the Hemlock and the Devotion. The S tier, these weapons are just virtually, I believe, the top tier of their categories, period. Like, they're just, like, nothing in their categories really compares to them too much. Like, they're up there, and that's the end of it. So, with those weapons, the Prowler, 301-99, Flatline, Volt, L-Star, and Spitfire, I believe they're all very, I won't say OP weapons, but they can be considered OP weapons. They're just dangerous in the hands of really elite players, and even players that are not super elite. These weapons are still dangerous and can be used effectively to wipe squads, whether it be in arena or BR mode. I believe these guys just are unbeatable at times, and it's very hard to beat people that have these weapons unless you have the exact same weapon or a weapon in this category and you're more accurate, which is 9 times out of 10 how people win gunfights. Ta-da! Anyways, so moving down to the A, these weapons are still powerful. All 6 of these weapons are still powerful, but I believe they have some drawbacks to them. The Devotion, to me, takes a while to spin up. It really isn't too dangerous until you get the turbocharger with it, or you've already got the burst, you've already got the charge going, and it's firing and you're not missing. The Hemlock is only a burst fire weapon or a single shot, so if you get into close quarters combat against a 99, a Prowler, or a Volt, even 301 or Flatline, you're more than likely going to lose unless you hit every single burst, which is the 50-50 shot, being that close hit firing with that weapon. I've done it 1,000 times. It always doesn't work out the way you think it would. So that's why I got that down there. Triple Take, it's a sniper, it's single shot. I put it in the A tier because yeah, it's single shot. You don't get to rapidly fire it, which it would be very overpowered if it did. But it's still a very, very strong sniper, and it's why it's in the care package now. So, the Kraber, I personally have very rarely ever used this weapon. It's not really one of my favorites, and I'm just not a sniper in general. I've never been a sniper. The only sniper I've ever been good with in an FPS game is Halo Sniper. But any other game, not really. I don't really like to snipe, but the Kraber, it's just it's a bolt action, and if you miss, you could be dead if you're not shooting from at least a reputable distance, which most people do shoot this weapon from a reputable distance. However, if you do get up close and you're trying to do some trick shots or whatever and you miss, you could have ended up dying because of that. Moving on to the G7 Scout, it's a semi-automatic, does a lot of damage, but that's just it. It's semi-automatic, and it can be outgunned and it can be outmaneuvered by all these weapons up here. So, unless all headshots are hit, but we know how rare that is to happen. EVA 8, it's a pump shotgun, and it's great, it's wonderful. The thing is, the further you get with it, because it is a shotgun, it doesn't do as much damage, so therefore your damage drops off from 50 and 60 area down to the 11-14 range the further you get, so that's why I had to put it there. Still powerful, but it's got a drawback to it. The B tier list down here, all these weapons are somewhat good and they do a lot of damage, but there is a major drawback to them that keeps them from being up there, being able to compete with those A and S tiers. And most of them, pretty much all these weapons, except for the Havoc being an automatic weapon. All these other ones are single shot, and they do have a little bit of delay between the time you get to shoot the weapons, and they're all really not that great for close quarter combat. Not all of them. Obviously, the Wingman, the Mastiff, and the Peacekeeper are great for close quarter combat, as well as the Havoc. However, the Peacekeeper is still a 50-50 weapon to me, simply because it does not hit consistently for the same amount of damage all the time. You could be really up close barrel stuffing somebody with this thing, and you'll hit them for 14 instead of 120 or 89 in the head, something along those lines of what it should be. You're not hitting for that all the time. The Mastiff is the exact same way unless you hit somebody in the head. It's not consistent with its damage whatsoever. Wingman's accuracy is just bad sometimes. Could be the player, could be the gun itself. I think the developers, when they created this weapon, they were developing it to be powerful, but be so 50-50 with its aim, because it does hit for 90 in the head and does hit for 45 in the body consistently. So, you know, sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not. It just depends. Now the bow, like I said, the bow, it can be fired a little bit like fast, but you know, you got to charge it up to do the most of the damage and hold the back thing. The longbow, semi-automatic, but it's a little bit slower with its semi-automatic stuff than or semi-automatic drawback than the G7 Scout. That's why it's up there. The Havoc is powerful, and it doesn't take quite as long, I don't think, as the Devotion to charge up. But to me, it just doesn't do as much damage as the Devotion does with each shot. So, and then the Sentinel, probably my most hated sniper in this game. It's bold action. It takes forever to get to the next shot, but it does a lot of damage if it hits your shot. So that's why I had to put it in the B instead of below. Now moving on down here to the C tier list, P2020, Alternator, RE45, and the Mozambique. These weapons are good and they can be used very effectively and get kills with. I've gotten plenty of kills in arena modes or even the BRs with these weapons. However, they are not reliable. They're not consistent. I mean, they are consistent with their damage, but they're just not reliable. They're not reliable weapons to carry in endgame circles or just trying to fight people with higher tier level shields. Not great, so I wouldn't use them. However, at the beginning of arena rounds or at the beginning in hot drops or whatever, absolutely pick these weapons up and go to town with them. Pick these weapons up and go to town. All right, guys, that's what I got for you today. Hope you enjoyed. I know a lot of you may disagree with this list, and that's okay. You guys can comment below and let me know what your list would be. Tell me where you, or if you agree with this list, let me know. As I have said in the other videos, I will be streaming every Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday morning, and Sunday. They'll be in different places, however. Wednesday and Thursday, 7 p.m. EST to 9 p.m. EST will be on my Facebook at facebook.com/thehalonsystem. Matt will continue to put a beautiful graphic down there for you guys to see. Sunday afternoons, 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. EST, you will see me on my organization's Twitch channel at twitch.tv/swaygaming. On Saturday mornings, for now, that may change in the future. You'll see me on my personal Twitch channel at twitch.tv/halon with 2 N's at the end of it. That might be 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. EST is the time. I'm using that time to grind arena and continue to climb the ranks with Horizon. And every Monday and Thursday, this week it'll be Tuesday, but every Monday and Thursday from here on out, after this week, 3 p.m. EST will be a new YouTube video dropping on my channel. I will also post it on my Facebook for you guys to see as well. Again, that is facebook.com/thehalonsystem, twitch.tv/halon with 2 N's, and twitch.tv/swaygaming. Those are a lot of places, but those are where you can find me, and the times will be listed in the description below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Everybody have a wonderful day.